Why exactly consistently is so crucial to success? How can music help us meet our goals? Where is mobile tech headed next? And is bowling really a sport? Those are just a few topics we've discussed with legendary sports marketing maverick David Meltzer right now.
Dave,
good to see you, buddy.
Much for taking time.
I love this in person. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. We haven't done that in a while, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time we were in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Great to see you. Just had a few questions, as usual.
Good.
The first question I want to kind of get your idea on is the business as for the fifth most popular sport, and your idea about that, because I'm really tying sport with business as an athlete, a businessman. Really, I see a lot of common things in sports and in business. Just want to get your take on it. Like, how do you think about business and sport? If it's a sport.
Yeah. So, sport is not a business. Sport is an industry, which is much bigger than a business, right? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and within the industry of sports, there's medicine, there's law, there's technology, there's all these businesses or sub-industries within this industry of sports. What makes sports unique in an economic realm is that the people bound emotion for logical reasons. And there's only one thing, as we saw earlier at breakfast today, only one thing that people are more emotional about than sports. The way that we connect emotionally is their children.
Oh, yeah.
And if you understand, how do I monetize the irrationality of a middle-aged man like myself, I have made millions of dollars on learning to monetize the irrationality of middle-aged men, both for sport and for helping children. Because I know if you do those two things, you can have an extraordinary business, whether you're in technology, whether you're in law, digital media, sponsorship, medicine, whatever it may be. Accounting, there's sports accountants that are specific to collective bargaining agreements.
The sport has a lot of around that. So, do you consider business as a sport on its own?
Of course. I think anything that you enjoy, the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential, anything that is pursuit-oriented, I think is a sport. The only two things I don't consider sports is darts, golf, bowling.
I love bowling.
I'm joking.
I love watching darts.
I always say that for Rick Zeiler. If you're watching, bowling and golf are not sports. You're just good at them. They're skills.
What about chess?
Chess, they're skills. I think skills, but I'm joking because, like I said before, I think anything that has a pursuit becomes a sport to me, because that's what sport's about, enjoying the pursuit of your potential. So my life is a sport, right? And that's why I've been able to leverage all the knowledge and skills and desire that I learned from, like you, playing at different levels of sports at whatever capability I had. The most valuable thing that I have learned is on the field and in the locker room, not in law school or business school or anywhere else.
Absolutely. That's good. One other topics I really wanted to touch based on is music. Because I'm a big music fan, and music inspires me, helps me to get through the day, motivates me before the game, before important business meeting, calms me down before sleep. What big of a role music plays in your life and business?
It's a huge role, because I see everything as math, right? I see dollars, I see vibration. I think music to me is the most obvious of all vibrations, because you actually can feel it. And I'm talking physically feel music.
Yeah.
Right? And people that are deaf can feel and listen to music in through vibration. So why does it change your mood? Why does it change your focus? Why does it change your energy? Because it's infusing energy or vibration into you. It's through equilibrium, just like heat is a vibration, right? We have hypothermatic or whatever equilibrium, where things will adjust to the exact temperature in which is the equilibrium of the two things, right? Same thing with vibration. That's why music is so important to me. I get teased because I listen to the same music again and again and again. So if I'm working out, I will listen to the exact same song through a 30-minute workout because it's equalizing my vibration. It doesn't matter that it's the exact, I don't get bored with it. Like, I don't understand why you'd want to get off. If you have one song that juices you, why wouldn't you want to keep on that song that juices you?
That's a good example. I can add some insights on my end. Every time before a hockey game, half an hour before me arriving to the arena, I listen to the same exact playlist called Hockey Playlist, and it just energizes me and sets me into my routine. And routine is really important for sports and in business too. I started using that as well. I think a lot of athletes benefit from having that work ethics and routine. Tell me a little bit more about routine and what plays, how big of a role it plays in your life, like doing the same thing over and over again, same food, same music.
Yeah, I mean, any of my listeners, viewers, followers know that consistency is not only the most important thing that I teach, but also it's my New Year's resolution to get better at it. The way the human body works into the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind is through, just because you are a technology person, is through data input. So if we consistently give our cellular structure or cellular memory the data every day, it takes less data one time a day than once a week. It takes a whole bunch of data to try to get through to the neural pathways in our mind, which creates the efficiencies, effectiveness, and statistical success, right? It takes about 21 days of input to create a neural pathway, either change a habit or get rid of a habit or create a new one. So if you want to stop something, it takes 21 days minimum. If you want to start something new, it takes 21 days minimum to create that efficiency. Then if you could do that, now you're working on the energetic and genetic part of your unconscious competency, meaning genetically, your personality traits can change, your characteristics can change, your obsessions can change, your addictions can change. And then energetically, we can shift your energy through the same process of consistency so that we start attracting the exact things that we do want. In other words, I call it faith. That unconscious competency I define as faith. When I put faith in what I do want, what do I get? More of what I want. And one of the things even that I've worked on you with is kind of shifting that energy, because we're all born into certain beliefs and certain things. And I have seen a major shift in you from a very limited, black and white to shifting this energy. And you put faith in what you don't want. When I first met you, you put a lot of faith in what you didn't want, and you were surprised when you got what you didn't want. Now I see you putting faith, expanding your portfolio, including creating great content that you're doing.
Thanks. To me, it was exciting. It was going out of the comfort zone for sure. But I've learned that the more you go out of the comfort zone, the more you grow, and that's how you become a better person for sure. Since we're at the CES 2019, just want to kind of touch base on the latest technologies and everything. I want to take your input on mobile devices, because we've been to a China summit yesterday for Alibaba, and it seems like the mobile engagement in China is growing rapidly, and there's cashless technologies. People don't carry cash anymore. And I don't see the same trend picking up in the United States just yet, because it's picking up in China. What is your take on mobile devices and how the whole attention shifts over to the mobile world, and what's going on in the world in the US? Any insights you have?
Yeah, so ubiquity is the word to think about. So any technologies that allow us to have a big ubiquitous interaction with technology. So eventually we have smart homes, smart cars, smart streets, where we are not even wearing our ear pods, but you go from wearables to insertables to replaceables, right? That's the way technology is going to go, right? Scary. We're replacing odds, but that's where it's going. Right. That's ubiquity. So when we can just go home and say, turn on lights, 72 degrees air conditioner, warm up bed, turn on shower, right? So on the app side though, it's like in America. If you want to look at the trends in America, look to New York, California, Florida, Texas. Eventually, marijuana will be legal, right? So go from there. In the world, look to China, look to Japan, look to Korea. I've been blessed, as you know, to be the CEO of the world's first smartphone in 1999. I saw things that weren't here until 2004. I remember bringing home one of the first MP4 players before there was such thing as an iPod, and people going like, who the heck would want that? Right? The same way people don't want cashless apps. Come on. What they want is ubiquity, and there's different speeds in which we adopt different numbers in which we adopt, and we don't know how quickly that comes chasm-wise. Some things like esports, in my opinion, have been adopted much faster than I would have ever imagined, and things like rugby and lacrosse are slower than I imagined. You know what's really been slow for me in sports is soccer. Right? When I was a kid in 1978, soccer was the most popular kid sport in America, most played kid sport in America. I thought for sure 40 years later that it would be the most popular sport in America.
But it's still popular among the kids, right? In colleges and schools.
Yeah, but professionally, I thought those kids now are my age that played soccer. You would think that, we would have as many soccer fans, on TV that we do NFL football.
And the weird thing is we do have those fans, and I meet those people who love soccer and they go to world championships and everything. It's just for some reason it doesn't fly in the United States.
Yeah.
It does fly around the world.
But yeah, of course. Yeah, Ronaldo is the most powerful influence next to Jesus Christ.
That's a good comparison. To finish things off,
and his last name's Cristiano. So
to finish things off, I really wanted to ask you, what do you think will be the biggest sport in China? Because I know a lot of
basketball.
Basketball. For
sure. Yeah, NBA's taken 28 years to be adopted in China. We actually work with Tencent. My media company is blessed to cover NFL and got the NFL contract, the NBA, and of course the MLB. So we'll be doing a whole bunch more content into China with Mandarin correspondents and me being the American correspondent, which is really exciting because Tencent's an extraordinary company. Weibo, Sina, all the different content plays. But look that way. Be open.
We've been going to China and looking at China for quite a while and launching WalletPay, the crypto wallet in China this month. So super excited.
That'll be huge.
Thank you so much, Dave, for taking time. I really appreciate it. And then looking forward, doing business together.
I look forward to doing more content with you as well. I'm really proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Thanks, Alex.